Hi there, how are you? I am good. So, I've had a request that I thought was kind of good. Someone said that they'd stopped watching for a couple of weeks because they weren't able to, watch YouTube for a little while there. And they wanted to know what they'd missed. They didn't want to have to go all the way back. I do suggest that you go back and watch those videos though. But they suggested, doing a kind of world tour of what I've done so far in the last kind of 34? I think this is episode 35. In the last 35 episodes or so. And I thought, why not? Keeping in mind that this world hasn't been around for like the last 35 episodes, I ended up switching over to the Direwolf 20 pack and so forth. But I thought, why not? This was a pretty awesome world. I was very happy to get it. I ended up spawning somewhere around here, and yeah. So here is what I did. I ended up filching a whole bunch of, stuff from these guys. I ended up eating their food and locking them in their houses, putting them on house arrest. You can see that I've got villagers stuck in their houses, and a pig. Blocked off their doors randomly, depending. Mainly because I just didn't want to lose them, They were my only friends that I had. And, yeah. I did have one that used to live in here, but I suspect I didn't have a torch up here before. So I suspect that a zombie spawned up here and fell down. And then, unfortunately, he killed our priest. So that was kind of horrifying. I still have my librarian though, so that's fine. Yes. So after coming into this world, I ended up making this house my own. Put a nice, lovely crafting table down here. Got a chest in here. A couple logic matrix programmer. I'm not actually sure what these are for. I haven't actually used them before. But I do find it very odd that you use a logic matrix programmer to make a logic matrix programmer. Oh, it's factorization. Oh, okay. Damn it! Did you really have to do that today? Really? Please don't. One sec. Okay, I have to apologize for the noise in the background, but unfortunately that's not something that I can control. Oops. So when I came to this world, I had an idea. I thought, I want to make like a bond cave, I wanted a secret cave where I have all manner of things and it's just, under the ground where no one had any clue. Oh my god, that noise is irritating. And so I thought, maybe I'll have it in this nice little area in here. This will be like one of the little secret doors, and I thought, oh look, it's like hidden here. I'd have like a little button around here and it would like open up a piston and you drop down or something. And then you come down here, and I haven't actually done a lot of this yet. I ended up just making like a tunnel down that way, and I thought, I'd have a little train here that goes off and you go around and up and down and all over the place. And I thought, sweet, this would be cool. Unfortunately, I didn't have any of the resources I wanted in order to build the rest of the things, so I thought, oh, you know what, I'll gather a whole bunch of resources first, and I'll get that sorted. And so I came over into this direction. This area was completely covered by trees, by the way, at the very start. And I thought, look, this is a nice little mountain. It's out of the way. It won't bother the villagers. Like, the zombies won't spawn too closely over there. So, why not? And then I ended up using a turtle, because I was quite into using my turtles at the start. And hang on. I need to start carrying around a sword, because this is getting ridiculous. He got me down to 2 hearts. Anyway, so I had my nice little area down here, and this was the whole area that was around here. I had my turtle mine out this area that way, and then I got him to do this area, and then that area back there, and then this area over here, and then this area over here. And by then I had a fair amount of resources, and so I started to build in here. I tended to do a lot of stuff as like proof of concept, figuring out how things worked, because I'd never used thermal expansion before, you see. So I got that sorted. I got used to using thermal expansion, and I had all my like little processing machines over here, and everything was great. then I needed wood as well, so I decided to make a tree farm, and that's where this used to sit. So that was kind of cool. But, as things do, I needed to move out of this place eventually. So I still have a whole bunch of stuff in here that I haven't quite moved over yet. Not really too worried. Wood, machines, I still need to take the... I still need to take my mining turtles out. I've got Diloop, Dratnos, and I've got Josh. Josh is the other turtle that I've got. I'll show you him later. But after that, after I seem to get a few more of... I can smell petrol from that stupid chainsaw. I've got my project tables over here and random bits and bobs. And I got my nice lovely Mystcraft stuff set up. I thought, I eventually got to the point where... Seriously? The whole place is like tinged with blue smoke, it's disgusting. I got to the point where I needed some glowstone, I think. And a bit of netherrack and possibly blaze rod and things like that. So I made myself a nice lovely nether portal. And all was right in the world. Keep in mind that this area in here wasn't made yet. Do I have anything that can make a nice lovely sword? Yes I do. Well, we may as well make one now because apparently we're just going to get bothered by all these guys in here. So let's just do that. There we go. Anyway, so this is my nice lovely area. I have a nether fortress over here. I usually get onto it by going over that way, or when I first came around. And I ended up mining a whole bunch of netherrack over here too. But that's neither here nor there. I have a whole bunch of glowstone that I mined. I was attacked by ghasts a lot, that's why this area is covered in fire. Yeah, and I don't think that I have any kind of a blaze spawner. Oh wait, no, I think I've got one. I'm not entirely certain where it is anymore. But what I had to do anyway, the blaze tend to have like a certain chance of spawning on the nether brick here. And that's all fine and dandy, not to worry. And that's tended to be... I always laugh when I see how much lava has actually disappeared from this area. It's kind of funny to me. Anyway, I'll show you that part over there pretty soon. I just need to show you a few other things first. But I got my glowstone and got me netherrack that I needed, and I thought, let's get started on that bond cave, eh? And off I went. Just checking how much stuff I've still got in here. So many barrels. I should probably empty these out and steal these upgrades because I don't really need that much cobble or that much dirt. But anyway, so here is how I planned on doing some things. I had my my nice little nether area sorted, and I thought, that's cool. What I actually want now is to start on the bond cave. We still haven't decided whether or not it's actually a bond cave or like a Batman cave, because Batman's the one that tends to live underground and has all his, inventions and things, but Bond is like travels all over the world and whatnot, and he just happens to have gadgets with him. MI6 is like the place that's underground. But anyway, so, you'd go through your train ride and you come around and end up in here, and you come through this door and you see, oh look at that, that's a very nice room. I might actually ls cd sp ls lock door. No, that's not quite it. When this is finished, oops, hang on. There we go. So, you come through here, you come out and, why isn't, oh, there we go. So you come through here and you think, oh, this is a nice little empty room. And this isn't going to be here, by the way. And neither will that chest. And be like, oh, look, there's a nice lovely door here. Oh, there's a computer here, and it asks for a password. If you have the right password and you put it in, it opens the door for you. It says correct, well done. and that's completely fine and dandy. I might just get it to reboot because I want my door open. Yep, there we go. It's set to open that door whenever I load up the game. And you come in through here and you think, wow, you know, this is a really cool room. It's even got a fountain, because all the best rooms have fountains in them. And then as soon as you come into here, you know, you'd have different passageways going off to different areas. Training something. I had all the signs put up originally. The control center, where I'd control a lot of things with Computercraft, which is with all the computers. We've got farms over in that direction, but that's more than farms now. I've changed it up a little bit. In the end, it might only be having 1, 2, and 3 different doors, just because, you know, I run out of space, and you don't really need more than that. I can just have like different hallways going off in different directions. This is a natural cave, by the way, part of that one. I made my nice little hallway down here. Originally, it just went straight in from here, and then followed a little path and came down through here. But I wanted to move it around because I felt like it was just too short area to go through. But here we go. So this would be like a little training area. You know, you'd pop down through here somewhere. I think I'm going to have it controlled by red power frames. This pathway is going to like fall down, it will go down, and then you'd be on the same level. The lights would turn off, those torches aren't going to be there. And then, you know, mobs would start spawning and you have the ability to fight them. Or you can set it up so that it's in, you know, mob kill form. So, like, water would come out from the walls and it would push all the zombies to one area. They'd go up and then fall down somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. They might fall down through here. And, you know, you can just walk up to them, attack them, get your XP, and then leave if you want to. All of that would be controlled by this computer. His name is Mob Computer because, you know, that's what he's here for. But you just type in a command like fight mob, and say the platform would drop. You'd be able to go attack the zombies for a bit, and then, you know, you push a button or something and it would receive that and put the thing back up, bring you back here. And then that would be that part over. So, I don't know, I'm kind of changing my mind. I feel like I want a bigger area, but I don't know, that's something that I'll have to figure out when I actually start working on it. Probably within the next kind of 10 episodes or so. Who knows? Anyway, so that's that little area done. And then we come across this way. Ignore the control center, that's going to be finished when I finish more other areas first. And then this area didn't actually exist first, it just went down here and then down to the farms. And then we come in through here. Now, first of all, I only had the tree farm here originally to begin with when I started working this out. Originally this was going to be like a rubber tree farm. But I don't know, I had some problems with the original setup that I wanted, and I just kind of gave up on that and just changed it to a normal tree farm. Just moved that over here. We've got our normal hummus. Yeah, the longer that you leave this thing alone, the more likely the other the other area that is hummus is going to turn to sand, which is like a waste, really. So, kind of sad face about that, but not to worry. When this thing is all done, I'll have it all hooked up to something. And then this will get powered by that. The power would continue along here. Power this guy over in here. I only put in the farm semi-recently. And yeah, then we go on, we continue on, and this is going to be the rubber tree farm. I haven't actually put that one in because I couldn't be bothered working on it for a while. But the reason why I did it like this, how I have it, you know, along here, I wanted to make it so that I could extend it a little bit more. To begin with, I was going to have, you know, the rubber tree farm here, a normal tree farm here, and a farm over here. But then that just blocks off the whole area and I don't have any room to make any more. This way, you know, I have a nice long corridor, and I can continue it on that way as long as I want, you know, it doesn't really matter. So that's that area sorted. But it was by this point that, you know, I was kind of thinking, I want my, I want to actually be moving into this nice lovely bond cave. You know, it's starting to get big enough that I, you know, feel comfortable living in here now. I'm not going to feel quite as claustrophobic. For those of you who have been watching from the start, you know that my original area was only too high, and you guys were getting very annoyed at me for not clearing it out like a little bit quicker. So, you know, sorry about that. Just as like an aside, I plan on putting something in here. Oops. I'm not completely sure what yet. It might be like a little bar or something. I'll have food and stuff in here. And then I was thinking, well, originally I was going to have, hang on, we'll go back in here. I was going to have, you know, like a power station off in that direction, a farm in that direction, you know, processing in that area, control center, then, you know, storage, I'd have the training area in that direction, and, you know, all different areas just leading off like that. When I found out that I didn't have enough room, I thought, oh, you know, I can just compact it a little bit. I'll just have the 4 doors in each of the, excuse me, burping, 4 kind of corridors in each of the different areas. So I cleared out this area. I thought, these were, oh well, these were originally tunnels, so it was quite easy for me to just, you know, place a filler down and get it to clear out the area. So this is off to the processing area, and this one's off to the power station. I actually worked on the processing area first, in case you didn't know. So then we come down this way, and around here, and around in another corner, and voila, look at this room. Ain't it beautiful? I actually had, did I? I may have. This is the processing area, basically. I'm going to have to show you the new portals that I ended up making. By the time that I got into this point, I'd already set up a few of these little books. So I had one book here that takes me to this area. I'd started up my little Mystcraft stuff, you know, starting to get a few little areas sorted out and whatnot. I started up my Thorncraft, and I got that kind of sorted. Now, originally I only had the first 2 books. As soon as I got to Thorncraft, I kind of realized that the starting area didn't have any base of its own, like no kind of nodes or anything, so I had to make another book that was out in the middle of nowhere. Our base is actually over in that direction. And as soon as I stand out here, our wand would get charged, and then I could just go back through the portal and whatnot. But yes, then when I, you know, wanted to stop ravaging this little area, ravaging, you can see how much I've actually like taken out of all these different areas. I mean, look at it all. It is very much gone. Once I got down to this level, or like this many done, I figured, you know, I don't really need coal or anything like that anymore. I just need diamonds. So I went along this way, continued like that for a little while, but then my turtles were starting to get out of range, and that was just starting to annoy me a little bit, so I stopped that. You can kind of see the damage that I've done to this place. Yeah, fair amount of damage. So I ended up going back this way, and then I started going over to the left, and then I figured, you know what, I've got Mystcraft. Why am I ravaging this world for its resources when I can just make a dozen more where it doesn't really matter if I ravage them or not? I ended up mining that way as well, in case you haven't quite realized that. Oh, no, too far. This way. Look at that, there it is. So I thought, okay, you know what, let's get started with Mystcraft. So I started doing a few of that, and that's why we've got our nice lovely Mystcraft area over here. This isn't part of it. This is a soul forge. Soul shards are for something else entirely. Hello plane, don't care. We're going to be finishing this episode whether you like it or not. And right, so I started all that. I've got my nice lovely books here now. You know, these 2 on this wall were the ones I was using most, mainly to clear out this area and then go back quickly. And when I finally decided to get into mining again, I made this world. Yay! And with that, I used a whole bunch of these magmatic engines and a quarry. I cleared out this area from top to bottom first. I started to do this one, then kind of realized, you know what, it doesn't actually have anything there for like the first 50 blocks except for coal and this cinnabar ore, which, you know, I don't really need, I don't really care. Is it cinnabar ore or is it, no, it might be amber. Either way, so I dropped it down to a level where it actually, you know, would be fine with. And I got it to mine out big areas down here. Now these are 3 big quarries. 3 huge quarries for all of the resources within these areas. This wasn't the max. I kind of... oh wait, no, which one was it? This one wasn't set to max. I kind of derped out there and was tired of trying to set things up properly. That would have been last episode actually. So I've actually not done everything quite in order. But as soon as ores have been, you know, mined, they pop up through here. If it is dirt, gravel, or cobblestone, or any of these 6 different types of quartz crystals, believe it or not, with the different like item IDs with the colon, it has like a number, then it has colon 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And there's 6 different types of it, so you have to put them, each of the different ones in here in order to get it to void all of them. Which kind of pissed me off, to be honest. Right, so this is cobblestone, dirt, gravel. These will end up going somewhere else, but don't worry about that. They'll get taken care of. I'll put these in here too. Why not? But anyway, back to the processing area. In order to do that area, first of all, I had to sort out my processing area, which meant that this guy over here needed power. And in order to do that, I needed somewhere to get lava to it. So I'm going to have to show you this nether fortress now and get that sorted. Look at that. Can you see how many layers of lava I've actually gone down? I kind of love, I'm on fire. Gotcha. So this is the normal lava level, right? It goes up to about here. 1, 2, 3 levels down. 3 levels worth of lava down. And it's a huge area. That's how much lava I've taken now. But in order for me to, you know, pick up all that lava, you know, I had to have some kind of place to put it, right? Ooh. Nope, get in there. First of all, I had to get the lava in the first place, right? So what I did is I put down a pump. I've got my nice lovely redstone engines. They end up getting the lava for me. I've got a geothermal generator here which powers an electrical engine, which in turn powers a liquid transposer. So that keeps that at full power. It's full of lava right now because it doesn't need to put anything in there. Empty cans come in through here. They get filled up by that thing in the first place, getting all the lava here. Look, we've got one right now. So let's just watch that. So it goes in. It's like, oh sweet, you know. I put that lava can in this guy over here. I got a chunk loader over here to make sure that this area stays loaded. But then, you know, I needed a place to put all that lava, right? So we'll just go over in this direction. Now we'll go this way. So, you know, I've gotten a lot of that area set up. I hadn't actually had all that stuff. I've done things a little bit not in order, which is a bit annoying to me. But this is where I plan on having all of my power stuff. I haven't quite decided how or where I want all the things, but I decided to put lava in a little place that's a little bit more out of the way. So here is my huge freaking lava tank. Yeah. By the time I get all my power sorted, I don't actually want to be surviving off lava. I want this base to kind of be self-sufficient, so... excuse me. So, you know, we might be surviving off plant matter or, you know, geothermal generators with... oh wait, no. Thermopiles. That's red power 2 power. And... there's like a IC2 machine that uses water. I forget what it's called. Gen... Generator. Those aren't called generators, what the hell. Anyway, that's not important. So this is where all my lava goes. I had to kind of, well, I made this the max size. This is like 9 by 9 by 8. All the empty cans come in through here. They empty out like so. At the moment we're at full capacity, so there's no possible way for it to put any more lava in. But again, you know, lava goes into this nice lovely geothermal generator. It powers the electrical engine. The reason why I use electrical engines as opposed to magmatic engines is because this guy doesn't, you know, it doesn't get jammed. Like, if it ends up trying to power it too much, it just goes down to cooldown mode, which is completely fine by me. I waste a little bit of lava to have it going 24/7, but that's a small thing when you have so much lava in the first place. So this guy over here can hold 10,368 buckets of lava. Keeping in mind that I've already used a little bit of lava itself, that's the reason why I've gone down 3 layers of lava in the nether. But look at that. Ah, man, it's beautiful. And then over here, this part over here, this one extra pipe, this one's actually new. But originally, you know, the lava just comes out of here. This is a liquid duct, so it lets you, you know, instead of having to use an engine, it will just pull lava out. And it goes into a nice lovely liquid tesseract. The liquid tesseract is new within like the last kind of version that the Direwolf 20 pack is upgraded to, 5.0.1 I think. If you got 2 of them, it would mean that twice as much lava will end up going in through here. So I could put another one over here, power that with another lever, and that would be 3 times as much lava could go through here. It doesn't really care how much lava you link into it, but it will try and transfer as much of it as possible. Now, once I'd gotten that sorted, I was able to set up a whole nother area over here. You can kind of see that I like using the geothermal generators with the electrical engines, mainly because it's like, it's essentially free power, which I kind of find beautiful. So look over here. We've got our nice lovely liquid tesseract. He puts lava into here, which is the geothermal generator. Geothermal generator powers the electrical engine. Every time I have something new come into the ender chest from, say, where it's from my like quarry or something, it will come in through here. If it's one of these things, it will go down the green path, which is off that direction. Otherwise, it will go into one of these other chests. It won't go down blue because it, well, unless it's a pocket crafting table. I could put that in there and it would go back and forth again and again and again. But you can see that I've got gravel, cobble, and dirt here again. Actually, it won't go back and forth, will it? Oh, yeah, it will go into one of these chests. Of course it will. Because it can't go back the way it came. So, anyway, you can see that I've got the gravel, dirt, and cobble again. If it's any of these things, so that's apatite, I've got tons of that because they grow in huge veins when they're above, like, level 80 or something. Or zirconium, I don't really like that stuff yet because they don't have as much of a purpose. I've got a nice lovely charge station set up here next to the geothermal generator, with my nice lovely turtle here. He's full of all this stuff because I accidentally moved him this way, which meant that he could get items from the stone pipe. And that's right, you can pipe items directly to your turtle, and that's why I should have had him only up or down. Anyway, so if it's stone, dirt, or whatever, yeah, that's quartz crystals before I stopped trying to store them, they will go into the void pipe. So, you know, since it's stone, it only has a half chance of going down or across, so I don't actually get all of the light zirconium. And since, you know, well, all of any of these items actually. So if it's light zirconium, but it didn't go down here, it can't go down into any of these other ones, so it automatically gets voided. The same goes for all the other ones. I only decided to keep apatite just for lols. I don't really think about it. Didn't really matter to me. But yeah, that's the first little area. Now, as soon as I got that liquid tesseract set up, that meant that I could finally, you know, actually quarry all these items. And that meant that I could set up this thing. I was trying to figure out which would be better, either using a turtle, which I was quite fond of at the start, or using a quarry with 25 of these guys, 25 magmatic engines, all being powered with lava from this one tesseract, and these are all liquid ducts down underneath, so they can hold a fair amount of lava themselves and just automatically fill up these engines. 25 of these will give off 100 Minecraft joules per tick, not millijoules, if I keep saying millijoules, forgive me, but 100 Minecraft joules per tick. That is a lot of power, and since the quarry itself can receive up to 100 Minecraft joules per tick, it runs at full power. Now, the turtle program that I use mines about 3 items per second, or maybe about 2.5 items per second. This guy will mine like 3 to 4 items per second. It automatically outputs the items as opposed to the turtle where it has to go back, up, across towards wherever its chest is. And in the end, it just wasn't worth using the turtles as much. I tried it out down here. I had my turtle set up over here, I had its chest over here, and I got it to mine out this area for me. You know, it's fine for it to kind of go at some of the diamonds, just don't set it off for like a 50 by 50 area like I started to do. It takes a few days for it to finish if you try to do 50 by 50 from a large area. Like, as it was, this quarry over here took a couple days, I think. Or maybe it was like one full day, maybe about 24 hours to mine out this whole area. I'm at level 128. Like, that is a large amount of area. But I started to put it over that direction, and I thought, you know what? It's not going to mine the whole thing. There's like about 50 blocks that it's not going to be able to use, as I may have said before. So I put it down here, but of course then it has to, you know, destroy all the blocks in this space, because it's not going to mine them, it doesn't do that. So it takes a while for it to kill all those blocks first, and then it can start mining. So this area here, about 76, is about fine for getting the rest of all the, you know, resources and things. How much fuel I've got? About half. Okay, that's fine. But look at that. So I've got 3 sets of these things done. At the end of last episode, I'd only started on this first one, so you can kind of see that I've got a fair amount of resources from that now, which I'm more than happy with. These guys are just wasting lava, which I should really set up another quarry. I'll probably do that off camera. But from there we go into our nice lovely processing area. Don't worry, we're almost done. And then all the items end up coming into here. They get put out here into one of these chests. I think I only had one of these first when I showed you guys. And I didn't have any of these barrels, and I don't think I was processing the items yet. I had all this stuff here, but that was just so that I could get some other stuff sorted. Like, this was to fill up the liquid tesseracts, which I wanted to do, just a random furnace, etc, etc. Don't worry guys, we're almost done. You can see that I've placed my thermionic fabricator and my carpenter over here. I can't remember if I actually made these. I can't remember if I had these already. No, yeah, I did, okay. And I wanted to make upgrades. You can see that I've got a nice lovely circuit over here, etc. It's just... I want to make upgrades for my electronic engine. And I think that's broken in this version, because I made a whole bunch of electron tubes, all the different types. I wanted to upgrade things properly. And I set it to electrical engine. I put the things in there, had my nice lovely chip in there. And then the upgrades wouldn't show up on the chip for some reason. I thought, oh well, you know, maybe it's just kind of, you know, bugged in this version. I just can't see it. So I put it in, and it still doesn't seem to do anything. I did this a few different times. I had a few different ones. But yeah, it just didn't seem to work, so I kind of gave up on that. Oops, that actually uses durability. I didn't know that. Anyway, but after all that, you can see that I've got a fair amount of resources now. I have over 2 stacks of diamonds. I have almost 3 stacks, in fact. I have tons of bees, which I might get into. You guys probably aren't interested in that one as much, which I don't really mind. So I'll do that off camera if you guys want me to. Come over here, I've got more barrels. This isn't going to be my storage area, so don't worry about that. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, look at that, a full stack of iron ingots. I'm gonna need one of those upgrades and bring it over here, or start making some more. We've got copper, we've got tin, we've got silver, we've got lead, we've got gold. I could do with a little bit more gold, but I'm not really too worried. Then we have this little system over here, tons of these. But what I've actually done, let's see, yeah, we'll go over here. First of all, this guy over here will make cobblestone for free with just 1 bucket of lava and 1 bucket of water. He does this automatically, he doesn't require any power. Mixes water and lava to make different types of igneous rock. If you do it with stone, I think it does use the water. If you do it with obsidian, I think it uses both. I'm not completely sure. Yeah. Anyway, so that produces cobblestone, and then it outputs it to the right. This guy is a pulverizer, so he pulverizes the cobblestone into sand, and then he outputs his thing to the right. He also outputs gravel down to the bottom, because apparently you also get gravel, which is a pain in the ass. But then if you use sand with an ore, we'll just get out ore in a sec. So we've got 1 ore, right? Or 1 set of ore. If you use like the ore with a piece of sand, it will automatically put it into 2. So instead of saying, you know, smelt this piece or pulverize this piece of ore into its dust form, I can just directly put it into the induction smelter and just have it go away anyway. I think it uses about the same power anyway, it doesn't really matter, but I thought this one was more interesting. Plus, on top of that, we also get rich slag, which if I use it with certain types of ore instead of sand in here, so I swap the sand for rich slag, I'll end up getting like an extra piece of ore. So this way, I'll get 2 pieces of ore from the 1. If I use rich slag, then I will get 3 pieces. Now, look how many stacks of iron I've got. This is full. This is almost full. I'm going to have to put the copper in there soon. So look at that. Almost full itself there. Still got tin here. I've got electrum, which is for something else actually. Rich slag. And that's not even, you know, all of it. I've got tons of nickelite, tons of redstone. Look at this. Before I went to sleep, I decided, oh, you know, I'll set up the quarry one more time and then I'll go to bed and just leave my computer on. I'll put all the items from these 2 chests into this one and then sort it, make sure it's full, and then, you know, leave these 2 chests for it to start filling up. Look how much I've got. Look how much items I've got in here. That's full, just like that. And I've still got more nickelite to go. I've got more iron, I've got more gold, I've got more tin, I've got so much coal, so much redstone. Look how much coal I've got. Look how much of this other ore I've got. I've got like 2.5 stacks of gold here that needs to be processed. I'll use rich slag for that. I'm not going to want for resources for a while. I might want more diamonds. I think it's about 70 diamonds for a link book modifier. So I'll probably spend stuff on that. But from here, I'm going to be able to start on the IC2 machines. So like macerators. Oh wait, no, macerators don't cost diamonds anymore, do they? No, because we're using Direwolf 20. Lol, okay. I still kind of want Greg Tech, to be honest. It's kind of sad. Despite how hard it makes some things, it's like adds a whole bunch more stuff to the game that I kind of like. Like all this sapphire and rubies and green sapphires. Green sapphires still stay fairly useless, but you could use sapphires to make lapitron crystals, and I was really gutted that I couldn't use that, so that was kind of a shame. But look at that, rubies, tons of uranium. Like if I ever decide to, you know, get into nuclear power, I'm gonna be sorted. Look how much redstone I've got, and that's full. Oh man. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm up to now. If I've missed anything out, please let me know, and I'll make sure to cover it in the next episode. But I think I'm gonna need a minute to breathe. I I had to close my window so that we couldn't hear the chainsaw, but it appears to be turned off, so that'll be fine again. But yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. I have. And I'm pretty sure I covered everything. Yeah. I've moved all the stuff that was originally in the other cave into this one. All the processing type stuff. Everything's going to be against their own piece of wall depending on what it is. Some on this wall, some on this wall. I'm going to have a wall across here between these two pillars, and that'll kind of, you know, sort itself out. I may end up having to make a room underneath this area and have a whole bunch of pipes going in through there or through the walls. It just depends. It's kind of why I made it so like far away from over here. I gave myself some extra room in case if I ever, you know, needed to use the insides of the walls and things for stuff like that. But yeah, anyway, so that was about a 40-minute long episode. Whoops. But oh well, so if you guys haven't been watching within the last kind of amount of time, that should kind of catch you up on what I've been doing. I may not have explained how a lot of things worked. I just explained, you know, my process from how I went from thing to thing, and kind of a general overview about everything that I wanted done. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and yeah, I'm really bad at saying goodbye, so I'm going to try that again. I hope that you all had a fantastic day. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you have a positive or negative response, feel free to leave that down below. Wow, I haven't said that in a while. I copied that directly from Dodger, but she's amazing, so it's okay. And I hope that you guys had an amazing day, and I will see you guys next episode for some more shenanigans. We'll start using some of these amazing resources that we've already got. Yeah, okay. Catch you guys later.